Hi everyone, this is Nishant Aneja. Having worked 6 years plus experience in the industry, I can say that Tableau is one of the most important tools that one needs to know in today's job environment. As discussed in the course introduction, this course will be very detailed and this first video will cover introduction to Tableau, where we'll discuss installation of Tableau Public, how to load data, and what are some basic interface that you need to know while going through the first glance of the tool. So with that, let's begin. If you see my screen right now, we are on a PPT called Introduction to Tableau. In this, the agenda is why use Tableau, what is Tableau, how to get started with Tableau, where we will download Tableau Public from the Tableau's official website. Then we'll understand its interface. So Tableau has a beautiful graphical user interface that you can just use it with your mouse and just your touchpad. You don't need to have any coding knowledge whatsoever. It's a very user intuitive tool, I must say. Then we learn how to load data in Tableau. Since it's a Tableau public version, you won't have any server access. You will load CSV files, Microsoft Excel files, and those are those are enough for your basic skills, basic learnings, and to prepare for even advanced skills. Then we learn what is the difference between data blending and data joining. We learn data transformation in Tableau. And at the end of the agenda, we'll discuss the most common question popping up in every analyst's mind. What is the difference between Power BI and Tableau? These two tools, own the market right now. You need to know how is Tableau different than Power BI and how is Power BI different than Tableau, right? So with that, let's move to the next slide. First question, why use Tableau? Why is Tableau relevant in this market scenario right now? It is a very intuitive tool which makes you understand the data with ease. Let me just put it simply. And if you see with the screenshots on your screen, there is a Mintra dashboard that you can see many KPI metrics. If you zoom into your video, you'll see that. This helps high CXOs make decisions with data points in front of their eyes day by day. The dashboard refreshes with a frequency of, let's say, day, week, or month. So it is very important for leaders in the organizations to know what's happening on the ground, and data tells that story. But data, if you present it in a spreadsheet format, as in the first screenshot you see, it won't help, right? You need to show it in a visual format that clicks something in your brain and you get the analysis spot on. That's where Tableau comes in. It's a business intelligence tool that gives you beautiful visualizations and turns a simple spreadsheet into a beautiful dashboard. So, point number one, it helps you understand data with ease. Point number two is preferred by top leaders, like mentioned, CXOs, CEOs, COOs, CFOs. They crunch the data, they see the data in front of their eyes, and then they take a decision. These dashboards are very informative. As you can see on your screen, the dashboard right now we have for Lovelytics. It gives you a lot of information to digest, and you can spend 5-10 minutes on this dashboard alone to grasp what is going on in the market, how to move forward, and how to take a decision in the current landscape. And of course, a tool cannot be successful if it's not adopted by big tech giants. Some of the names here you can see. Big tech giants heavily rely on Tableau for their day-to-day data, day-to-day KPI digestion, so that they can take decisions that help their industries grow, their firms grow, and in the end, the industry grow, right? So we have covered why use Tableau, but what is Tableau? You need to know what is Tableau before moving ahead and learning that tool. So what is Tableau? Tableau is a leading data visualization and BI tool used for reporting and analyzing vast volumes of data. Now, you might have worked with some tool in your history. If yes, then good. If not, then good as well. Tableau is good with vast volumes of data. Some tools have a limitation with X number of rows or X number of columns. Tableau can cover a large data set of data, and you can filter the data as per your need. So there are various filters you can apply, which we'll talk in the upcoming session, like extract filters or data source filters, which reduce the data to what you need, right? So Tableau gives you that functionality to get in loads of data, filter it to a small amount, and then move it ahead, right? So with that, let's move to the next slide. It helps users create charts, graphs, maps, dashboards, and stories for visualizing. As said earlier, CXOs, CEOs, CFOs, they need to digest the data. They won't look at your spreadsheet, which has just numbers in there. They need beautiful graphs. They need beautiful visualizations to understand what's going on and to move ahead, right? So that's where Tableau comes in. It helps leaders spend 5-10 minutes on a dashboard and take key decisions. Whereas as an analyst, you can look at that spreadsheet for 2 to 3 hours, but a leader does not have that much amount of time. That's where a visualization tool comes into play. Now, Tableau has a lot of unique features that make it one of the most popular tools in business intelligence market. Example, R and Python. These two are the data science giant tools. Integrating this with R and Python is a huge advantage that Tableau has. And this will come in handy if you are a data science professional or you are aiming to be a data science professional in this market, right? And the best part, that's why I like it. I'm not a coder from my college days, so I can say you don't need any programming language experience to use Tableau. It is just what you see, what you click, that is what you get. So you just need to know the interface, the tools that are available, and the more you use it, the better you will get at it. It's just like a musical instrument. Play with the tools and you'll get the chords right. As we have mentioned before, Tableau handles a lot of large data sets, but one edge that it has over Power BI, which is another big player in the market, is that Tableau handles data sets better than Power BI and handles larger data sets than Power BI. Of course, as mentioned, it integrates with R and Python, which are two major data science giants. There are more tools that can integrate with Tableau right now: Java, Python, R, and C++. So in case you guys already have any kind of knowledge with these tools, it will be immensely useful. And I don't need to stress it enough. The more tools you know and the more integrable those tools are, it will benefit you in your portfolio and in your applications to different companies. Now, a tool cannot be great without an active community. Similarly, a star cannot become a star without followers. A tool needs to have an active community. A tool needs to discuss its solutions on various forums, and a tool needs to have a chitter chatter around it. Tableau has a great community for that, and it does that by Tableau Public. There are so many people developing really beautiful dashboards and constantly uploading them or publishing them for the world to see. That is where a large extensive support comes in, a community comes in, and you can be a part of that community by taking the plunge into learning this tool. Now, how to get started with Tableau? You know why we use Tableau. You know now what is Tableau. Now you are interested in it, I hope, right? So, how to get started with it? To get started with Tableau, we first go to the Tableau public download page. If you see on the deck, we have the link. I'll just click on the link and will be immediately routed to a Tableau public page, right? In this, we'll click on go to Tableau public. Now you see two options here. On the top right, there is a sign in, and on the middle, there's a sign up for Tableau public. If you already have an account on this website, please click on sign in. If you don't have an account on this website, click on sign up for Tableau public and add your credentials so that you can create an account and then download this free software. So you can see on a screen, there is a first name, last name, email, password, and confirm password. Your account is created. Then log in into the account and you can get the Tableau public installed. Since I already have an account created, I'll just sign in right now. And now I'm signed in. So I'll go back to the same page where I'll try to install Tableau public. Yep, I'll click on go to Tableau public. And you see my profile is logged in. And we should get a downloadable link. Download Tableau Desktop Public Edition, right? And you add your details. And I'll have to add a business email. So I'll just add my email. And I'll download the app. Oops. So the download will get started soon, or we can click on the link to get it started immediately. And the download is happening in the background. So coming back to the deck, now you can see the download is happening. Until the download happens, I'll show you some screenshots of the tool so that you get familiarized by the time it gets downloaded. So this is the instructions to download the Tableau public desktop version. We have followed that in the demo. Now we'll start to understand the interface. Once you open the Tableau, on the top left side, you will see to connect with data sources. For this course, we'll focus on Excel and CSV files. It's a Tableau public version. Those data sources are more than enough for your skills to get started, and to be very honest, for advanced skills as well. These skills will be transferable to any server that you work on, right? On the bottom right or on the right hand side of the Tableau space, you will see Learn Tableau options. Tableau has an official website where they also have some official videos uploaded in which they share how to work with Tableau, what are some of the new features that they're launching, some of the old features that they already have. So there is an extensive guide that you can also follow to learn a bit of Tableau videos. Then once we log into the Tableau, this will be the interface you see to load your data, right? If you see, there is like once you load a CSV file, there will be a connection created. Then there will be a very wide blank space where you drag and drop your CSV file. As I said, no code, just drag and drop, or a GUI, graphical user interface, right? And then we'll cover data blending and joining, the differences between data blending and joining. To put it simply, if you're working with two different data sources, right? Let's say one is a server, one is a CSV file or an Excel file, that will be called data blending. If both are CSV files, both are Excel files, basically if both are the same file format, then it's called data joining. For now, let's just remember that, and we can come back to this in detail later on in the course, right? I hope data blending and data joining is clear. Data blending, two different things. One is a server, one is a CSV file, and data joining, both are either an Excel or both are servers, right? So this is the difference between data blending and data joining. Now we'll also cover data transformation in Tableau. We won't go into the deep seeds of it yet. We'll only show what are the different panes: the data analytics pane, the markers pane, and if you can see on your slide there, we have marked with arrows which pane is what. So the red pane is the data analytics pane. It contains dimensions and measures. What they are, what they do, we'll explain later. Don't worry right now. The markers pane. What is a markers pane? It's really helpful in the visualization aspect. We'll use it in detail, so don't worry about it as well. Then detailed pane. The detailed pane shows you the things that are happening. If you're moving things around, if you're dragging and dropping from one end to the other, you will see that happening in the detailed pane. That's why it's called the detailed pane. Whatever you're doing, it is detailing that out for you, right? And then the show me shelf. Show me shelf is a very nice feature of Tableau. It keeps giving you recommendations of what you can do. So if you, let's say, are dragging, dropping something and a show me already predicts that you can do this with it, right? You just click on that thing and you immediately skip 2-3 steps and you get forward to your visualization that you wanted, right? So this will help you a lot. And I'll see if the Tableau is downloaded up until now. Okay, it's taking a bit of time. With that, I think one more slide is left. One more slide covers Power BI versus Tableau. We have discussed it in the early part of the video before as well. Power BI is Windows platform dependent. Tableau has no platform dependency. You can run it on any platform. Power BI, since it's a Microsoft product, it has integration support for MS Office, whereas Tableau offers native integration with Salesforce, since it's a Salesforce product. Power BI has limited options with programming language. Tableau has integration with R, Java, C++, Python, and like we mentioned, R and Python are two data science giants, right? So having integration does matter in community building and forums where you can ask questions and reach out for certain help and support. So this is the difference between Power BI and Tableau. And now we'll jump into the tool and see how we can, recognize the different panes: the data pane, the detailed pane, the show me pane, and of course, how to load data while we explain data blending and data joining again. Now that we have installed Tableau, you'll see something like this on your screen, right? There will be a Tableau Desktop Public Edition banner on the top. and it will be, of course, they'll try to make you buy Tableau on the top right, which you should not because you are in the learning stage right now. And you will see on the left hand side there will be a connect panel, just like I showed you in the screenshot in the deck that we showed. Similarly, once you click on the text file option, you'll be able to download a CSV file. For me, the CSV file is countries.csv. I'll click on countries.csv and then click on open. It immediately brings me to the data source tab in Tableau, and you can see countries.csv has been loaded. Up until now, no more steps ahead for loading data sources. Just focus on getting one CSV file through in Tableau. It's a good start. After that, to know which panes we are looking for. If you remember, in the deck, we talked about 4 panes, right? One is a detailed view, one is a show me view, and one is the visual view, which helps you get the visualizations in a particular manner. And one is the panel where we get dimensions and measures. So this is the panel in front of you, and you can see all the 4 views in front. To be a bit more granular, those 4 panes are called Data Analytics pane, Markers pane, Detailed pane, and Show Me shelf, right? So I'll go back to the Tableau sheet, and you can see Markers pane, it's called Marks. Data Analytics pane, which has your dimensions and measures. To give you in brief, dimensions are categorical variables. Example, men, women. These are categories, right? Measures, ages of men and women. Men is 40, women is 45, something like that. Those are measures. You are measuring someone. That's why it's called a measure, and dimension is a category, right? Men and women is category, their ages are measures. So you can just understand that for now. It will be great. Marks panel, marker panel will help you detail. Detail view will give you the visualization. If you want examples of this, go back to the deck, see the screenshots, and you'll be able to see how this panel helps you do this. And I again would like to reiterate, it's a completely graphical user interface tool. You don't need to have any coding knowledge to work in this. To summarize, I'll go back to the deck. To summarize in this video, what we covered why Tableau, what is Tableau, how to install it, to see its graphical user interface, to know what the panels are, how to load a CSV file, what is the difference between data blending and data joining, what is the difference between Power BI and Tableau. These two juggernauts in the industry right now. You need to know the differences in it, right? We covered all of this in the first session, and there is very, very more important content coming up ahead. I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next one.